Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, chapter 3, Human Reproduction. In this chapter, first we cover the male reproductive system, then we will see the female reproductive system, then after the gametogenesis, the formation of male gamete and the formation of female gamete, then the menstrual cycle. After that, fertilization and implantation, pregnancy and the embryonic development, parturition and the lactation. These are the things which we will cover in this chapter, human reproduction. So first we are going to start with the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system starts with testes. They opens into epididymis, this one. Then the epididymis opens into a long tube-like structure termed as vas deferens. After that, this vas deferens goes upward near the abdominal region, near the urinary bladder. It gets swells. Here at this point, seminal vessel open inside the vas deferens. Now the new term is given to the tube-like structure, that is ejaculatory duct. In this, one more gland open. This gland is termed as prostrate gland. After that, one more gland is present. These two, 1 and 2. These two glands are termed as bulbo-urethral gland or the Cowper's gland. After that, they opens into urethra and outside through penis. Here in this diagram also we can easily see this part is testis. This opens into the epididymis. Epididymis has 3 parts: head part, caput, body part, corpus, and the tail part. Tail opens into the vas deferens. This tube-like structure, vas deferens. Now we are going to see what is present inside this structure, testis. Outer wall of the testis is termed as tunica vaginalis. Inner layer is termed as tunica albuginea. Inside this structure, a very long and coiled, this yellow structure, long coiled structure is present. These are termed as seminiferous tubules. The gap present, we can easily see the gap present between these seminiferous tubules. Inside this gap, special cells are present. We will talk about that cells later on. This yellow structure, seminiferous tubules, further opens into vas efferens efferent duct through a structure. This one, this structure. This is termed as rete testis. Let's have a quick recap. Outer wall of testis is termed as tunica vaginalis. Inner wall of testis is termed as tunica albuginea. Inside this structure, very coiled structure is present, termed as seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules opens into epididymis part inside the vas efferents through rete testis. So rete testis is the connection between these two. These vas efferents through epididymis part, this hole is starting from here till this end. This whole part is epididymis. These tubules through epididymis opens into a tube-like structure which was termed as vas deferens. This part of epididymis is termed as head of epididymis. This part is termed as body of epididymis. This last part is termed as tail of epididymis. These testes are present in scrotum outside the body because we have already discussed it in class 10th, because they require lower temperature for the development of male gamete. One more time, this part of epididymis is the head part of this, is termed as caput epididymis. This was the body part of epididymis, termed as corpus epididymis, and the last one is the tail of epididymis, which opens into the vas deferens. We will see this through another diagram so that there will be no any confusion. This is the wall, outer wall, tunica vaginalis, and inner wall, tunica albuginea. Inside this structure, some compartments are present. Inside these compartments, highly coiled tubular structure is present, termed as seminiferous tubules. These seminiferous tubules open inside the head of epididymis through vasa efferentia by this rete testis. This rete testis, all these join together to form rete testis, and it opens into the vas efferentia present in the head of epididymis. Now we will see what is present inside the seminiferous tubules and what is present in between these gaps of seminiferous tubules. Inside the seminiferous tubule, this is one seminiferous tubule. This is the transverse section of seminiferous tubule. Inside this structure, one is the germ cell is present. That germ cell will produce spermatogonium that will give rise to the male gamete, which are known as sperms. Inside this seminiferous tubule, one more type of cells are present, termed as Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells provide nourishment for the developing sperms. In between the seminiferous tubules means in between these gaps, this white one, this white gap. In between these gaps, these Leydig cells are present. Now the function of germ cell and Sertoli cell and Leydig cell is very important. Function of germ cell is to give rise spermatogonium and then further the male gamete sperms. Function of Sertoli cells is to provide nourishment for the developing sperms. The function of Leydig cell is to produce testosterone, male hormone. Now we will discuss about the glands. This was the vas deferens. On the back side of the urinary bladder, this is the urinary bladder. It gets swells, termed as, the swelling is called ampulla. Here one gland get open. This gland is termed as seminal vessel. Now this opening, this pink opening, is termed as ejaculatory duct. Means through this urine will also pass out and the sperms will also pass out. That is why this tract is termed as urinogenital tract. Here one more gland is present. This gland is termed as prostate gland. The seminiferous tubule is 60 cm in length, 0.2 mm in diameter. Then the total length in both the testes, 275 yard. So this is about the seminiferous tubule. The function of seminiferous tubule is to provide nourishment for the sperms. The function of prostrate gland is to make the medium alkaline. As we know, the pH in the vagina is acidic pH and the sperms cannot survive in this pH. So to provide the alkaline pH, the secretion of this gland is very important. Prostate secretion contain citric acid in some amount, acid phosphatase, piosinogen, fibrinolysin, albumin and prostaglandins. The function of prostaglandin is the contraction in female reproductive tract so that the sperms can easily move inside towards the uterus. One more thing, this is 1 in number, location where it is present, and it contribute 15 to 30% of the total volume of semen. Semen is actually the sperm plus so many secretions like secretion of seminal vessel, secretion of prostate gland and the Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. This is the bulbourethral gland. It secretes a mucus-like substance which lubricate. The function of this bulbourethral gland is to lubrication. Now this is your homework. Tell me the name of all these parts. So this is the bulbourethral gland. It is also termed as Cowper's gland. One pair, present only in male, slightly alkaline secretion, and the main function is to lubricant for penis. During one ejaculation, the amount of semen is 2 to 3 ml. It is alkaline in nature. pH ranges from 7.5. Have 200 to 300 million sperms in one ejaculation. Meaning of semen, it has sperms, blood plus seminal plasma, means secretion of all the glands. For normal fertility, at least 60% normal sperms required. At least 40% must have vigorous motility. So these are some other extra points. The milky appearance is due to the prostatic secretion. Viscosity is due to seminal secretion. The antibiotic discovered from the semen which destroy the vaginal bacteria is seminal plasmin. Sterile कब बोलेंगे? When it has less than 35 million sperms per ml. It replaces in 24 hours and semen coagulates immediately after ejaculation. These are some extra points. Now you will find out one more question. This is also your homework. This is the normal condition. Through here, urine is going to pass out in the urethra. These are the prostate gland. Sometimes the prostate gland gets swells and they suppress this path. Now, you will find out the term for this situation. Question mark. So now you will find out the term for this type of situation. Sperms were discovered by Leeuwenhoek. Ova were discovered by Von Baer. Human gametes are anisogametes, means they are different in appearance. Male gametes can move, they have tail, and female gamete cannot. This gametogenesis we will start after the female reproductive system. So today we have discussed about the structure of male reproductive unit, the structure of testis, the structure of seminiferous tubules, what is present inside the seminiferous tubules, what is the function of all the parts, the glands associated with this male reproductive unit, the function of all the glands, and some extra points. In the next class, we will start with the female reproductive unit, and then after we will cover the gametogenesis. Thank you.